Hi folks, welcome to Greg's Workshop. I'm Greg, and today we're going to be pouring the foundation for the greenhouse. My father-in-law and I set up these forms yesterday. Going to be similar to how we did the shed. There's a 12-inch footing, 6-inch wall on this side. These are just basically going to be really tall curbs. They're not really going to be bearing any weight, so I didn't bother to put a footing under them. Got 1/2 inch rebar, 3 inches down from the top, 3 inches up from the bottom, and then you can see down in the very bottom I've got rebar, 2 rows of rebar, 3 inches in from each edge. Picked up this mixer off Craigslist, lightly used. This is the one you can get at Home Depot. Pivots, it tilts. I think it's going to be really good. So this video will kind of be a mini review of that as well. I've got everything pretty well ready as much as I can. Got my first couple batches of concrete. I've got my anchor bolts ready to put in and secure. I need to just do a little bit more final tuning of the form once the ground dries out. I'm going to be pouring this afternoon. Right now it's about 7:30 in the morning. It's still cold. It's about 30 degrees. Would have poured yesterday, but because it got so cold this morning, I didn't want to. So now we're going to pour today. Well, I'm going to pour today. One man, about 50 bags, give or take. So we'll see if I can get that done this afternoon. It's supposed to be warm and rainy for the next couple weeks. So today's the day. Got to get it in today. Rain's coming. Got to get this done. Got everything set up. I have these spacers. They also hold the anchor bolts in place. The anchor bolt is tied into the rebar. The rebar is into the old foundation. You can't really see it, but I've got the flashing cut and pulled up here, so the concrete will just go right to the top of that. We're going to start over on the other side, and we'll work our way this way. This mixer is supposed to hold 1.5 cubic feet of concrete, which is just a little bit more than 3 60-pound bags. I tried that for the first couple batches. It just didn't mix right. It wasn't right. So ended up settling on 2 bags at a time. Consistent amount of water in the bucket, but somehow I still kept getting a different mix. Sometimes it was wet, sometimes it was dry. It's just really hard being consistent. As you can see, Jack really enjoyed being out here with me. Well, it rained for 4 days continuously and on and off since then. It's been 5 days since I poured the concrete. I just got the forms pulled. It was raining when I pulled them, so I didn't bother recording it because I didn't want to get my equipment wet. Concrete looks okay. It actually looks not quite as good as the other one, but it'll hold. So the next thing to do is to get the floor ready in here. So there's a number of options we could do. We could do wood, we could do gravel, we can do bare dirt, we could do concrete. What I'm going to do is use one of these. This is a Gravalock permeable paver. So I'm going to lay down 2 inches of coarse stone, 3/4 inch without fines. Put this on top, put pea gravel in here. This is 1 inch thick. We want that to be 2 inches above the outside of the foundation, or excuse me, 2 inches above the top of the foundation. So I've got this set for 5 inches. So I'll just dig this out, backfill in behind the foundation. When if I need more dirt to backfill or to make up space back here, I'll get it from the pile. And that'll probably be it for today. Then in a couple more days, we'll do the gravel. All right, let's go. All right, it's been a little while. I haven't had much time to work on this, but today, hopefully we're gonna get the gravel down. So, you can see that I painted. I did that last week when the gravel place was closed. Didn't record that because who wants to watch that? So what we're gonna do is, I've got this all backfilled on the inside. We're gonna lay out some road fabric, put some 3/4 ballast on top, compact it, put our pavers down, put some pea gravel on top of that, and then the floor will be done. Before I put the gravel out, I'm going to roll out this fabric. This is road stabilization fabric. It's not the same thing as the weed blocker that you would buy at Lowe's or Home Depot. This is made for going under roads. This keeps the gravel from sinking down into the dirt. I'm using 3/4 inch crushed stone without fines. Around here it's called ballast. So the idea with this is that there's going to be plenty of space between all the rocks to hold the water that will eventually get in there before it can soak down into the dirt. I started by hand tamping around the edges, then went over the bulk of it with this plate compactor, then went back over it with the hand tamper around the edges again. Now that the base is compacted, we're going to cut off all the fabric that's sticking up around the edge. While I was returning the plate compactor, it started raining. It's going to rain for about a week, so no time like the present. We'll get this done. Got these pavers, like I said earlier, from Gravalock. They're 22 by 22. Coincidentally, I have 90 inches from wall to foundation. Instructions say to leave a 1-inch edge on each edge, or on each end, which means that the whole thing needs to be 88. These are exactly 22, so that works out just fine. We'll get them laid out. So this is where my microphone battery died and I didn't realize it. What I'm trying to say here is that the next step is to put down pea gravel. So again, small gravel, 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch, no fines. Around here you can either do gray or you can do this Montana rainbow rock, which is what I did. I think it looks pretty snazzy. Again, microphone died. So what I'm showing you here is the gravel, the finished product. You can see from the side angle, it just looks like gravel. When you get right on top, you can see the plastic pavers underneath. Really solid underfoot. Drainage is going to be great. I think it's going to be a great floor for a greenhouse. As far as the foundation backfilling goes, on the outside, we had some big rainstorms and we ended up with like 6 or 8 inches of water in the bottom of that trench. I'm not sure what I want to do, if I want to just fill it in with dirt, with clay, or if I want to put in some rock and some drainage and some pipes. I just haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to put that off until after the greenhouse is done. There's the floor and foundation. Tune in next week, watch me build the greenhouse. Folks, if you enjoyed that video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified of new videos every Saturday morning, drop a comment or question down below, and I'll see you next week on Greg's Workshop.